See, if it is a Linux based system, you need to yum install git -y. So only then it will, because this is a git bash for Windows, so you need to download the executable file and install, right? And then once you create a repository, so you have to pass the URL, or else what you have to do, you have to do like this. Suppose git remote add, then the branch name, master, and the URL you have to do. So now you see, yesterday it was not coming, right? If you do git remote -v, you will get this. So yesterday it was not coming. No, because we have not told our git local machine that our centralized repo is that. So similarly, if I go to git 2, here also same situation. Now git remote -v, nothing. Okay, git I have already done. Now similarly, I can create new one here. Okay, now cd dot say mkdir, say git 3. Now if I go to git 3, if I do git status, it will not work because I need to do initialization, right? So you need to do initialize. But if I do git remote -v, nothing will come because you have initialized locally, but you need to tell. Okay, or so what you have to do, so you need to go to your GitHub, right? And you have to go to your repositories. Right? And you can create a new repository by the same name. Correct? Right? And then create a repository. See, once you create the repository, this itself will give you the commands. Now you need to use this command, git remote add origin, like this. Okay, so you add this. So git remote add origin. See, even now, okay, okay, this, let me close this. Yeah, so even now it's not coming. Now if you say git status, nothing is there, right? So now before that, let me add one file here. Correct? So let me add a new file here. So create a new file. Say Jenkins file. So commit. Okay, so the create Jenkins file. So you have added, so nothing as of now. If you do git status, nothing is there, no commit set. So what you have to do now, you need to add the centralized repository to your local repository. Okay, now if you do git remote -v, yeah, see, now it is coming. Now if you do git fetch, it will tell. Yes, so it is saying new branch, main to main. So git status, nothing to create because we have not made any changes here. Now which is the branch here? This is the branch master, but if you see in the this one, this is the main branch. Okay, so you need to check out through the main branch. Okay, because so this is today we will discuss on branches. So now git checkout main. Now you run git status. Now if you do git remote -v, again it will say now you run git fetch. Now if you do ls, see here, you got the point. Got it?
Sir, 1 second. Sir, 1 second. Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you created a file in GitHub, correct, right, sir? GitHub
Yes.
repository. So that file it is showing in the Bitbucket, correct, right, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I
Okay.
told you. That is why people use Git, because with very simple commands you can fetch the things here. Now if you do ls here, there is a file.
This Jenkins file can I open in my Bitbucket or no?
In yours.
In my system, my laptop.
Yeah. So for that, what you have to do, you have to create a directory by the name git3.
Okay.
Okay. And then you need to run this command, git remote add origin. This command. Wait, I will show you. Yeah, this command you have to run, git remote add origin.
Okay.
Then it will sync with your local repo.
Okay.
Clear? So now there is nothing in the file. So let me add some thing here. So there are 0 lines, right? So hello. Okay, I am just simply adding something. So updated the Jenkins file in the GitHub. Now if I run the, because it will say you don't know yet, because it is a local copy, but you have made the changes centrally. So always you need to run git fetch. Now you see cat Jenkins file. Just a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. So now if you do cat, so why it is not showing anything now? Because it has just, see the fetch command. Now this is an interview question. Please listen carefully. Okay, every interview question they will ask this. See, I have run the git fetch, but it has not yet updated. If you see, sorry, Jenkins file, yeah. So it is still empty, because, but if you compare with your, the 3 lines are added. So now they will ask you the difference between git fetch versus git pull. Okay, so what it will do means, git fetch will tell your local git repository that to note down the changes, but not replicate the changes. Okay, so that is why once you run git fetch, before git fetch, what it is to tell, it says your branch is up to date. See, your branch is up to date, nothing to commit, right? That is because you have not yet run git fetch. Now after running the git fetch, it will tell that there are some changes needs to be done. Okay, so let us see this diagrammatically. Okay, then you will understand. Otherwise, so how git fetch works. See, the git fetch command downloads objects to the local machine without overwriting the existing local code. See, this is the main important. It will download the objects. Now the command pulls a record of remote repository changes. So it will tell you what all changes it has made. See here. Now this is a remote repository. Now this is a working directory. Okay. Now this is a local repository. If you run
Sir,
git pull without checking anything, it will automatically replicate what are all the changes it is done. Yeah, tell me, Rajshekar, tell me, what is the doubt?
sir, remote repository means that
This
person will be
GitHub is a remote repository.
okay. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು
Whatever
ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ
no
ಇವರು
no, not that. Not that. Remote repository means this your central repository. Remote repository is same as your local repository. Sorry, central repository.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so remote repo is same as your centralized repository. That is your GitHub account. Now there are two ways to pull the changes. You can pull the changes directly. Okay, now let me show another example. Now see, I will now I have not done any changes. If you see get it is still showing empty now, but it says your branch is behind. See, your branch is behind the origin main because that is our branch, right? By one commit. So it says and can be fast forwarded by use git pull command to update your local branch. Clear? But if you do git fetch, see, since the working directory state remains unaffected, the fetched content must be checked out with the git checkout command or merged with the git merge. So there are two options. So what you can do, you can check out the command. Okay, so you can use git checkout or you can merge with the local branch. Clear? Now this is an example here. See, you can follow this as well. See, git fetch, you can give remote name also, or if you have already added git remote add origin, then no need to run. Just you have to run these two options, that is git fetch. Right? Clear? Now, yeah, so now you have to do like this. Now let me run this. Now git checkout master. Sorry, spelling mistake. And git branch -b main. See, it is saying that there is only one branch with the central and it is behind one field. Okay, so now you can git checkout main. Or else you can use git merge now. If you run git status, or else let us run git okay, so just run git merge. So now if you run the command git jenkins file, now you will see that these three modification is been done. Clear? Just after fetching you need to merge. See here, come back to the diagram. See, git fetch, now this will be in the local repo, but whether it is up to you to merge the changes to your local working directory or your local repository or not. Okay. Any doubts so far? Okay. Now, one more thing. Now, these changes I have done. Okay. You just merge. Now, there is one more option. Without merging the changes, you want to check out to a new branch. Okay. And you can see what are the changes it is done. So, that is why we use branches. So, branches are basically, imagine scenario. Let me open here. Mm, Actually, this website is very beautiful website. If you want to learn more about Git, you can learn. Okay. Now, today I am going to discuss branches. Now, see, these are the now why we use branches, because suppose you have made a changes now. Now, this is the main branch. Suppose some other developers have done something, or you want to test something. You are trying to modify some changes, or you want to add new features. So what they do, people create branches like this, separate branches. So let me open a new one. Draw.io. Yeah. Okay. So now you started with the single git. Okay. So what they will do now, this is your first commit. Say this is your first commit, and you are on the main branch, or some people they call it prod. It name has nothing to do. It is just a naming convention for your understanding. That's it. Now there is some features at this commit. Now you want to test something, you want to add, but you don't want to disturb the existing code, because we are just for a practice sake, we are just practicing with three lines like this. But when in the real time, there will be a huge lines of code. So at that time, what they will do, they create a branches. Now we create a branches like this. So let me draw the branches like this. Okay. So we will name it as feature branch. Feature branch. Okay. Now once you check out, right? So whatever is there in this, that is gets copied here automatically. So both the things will have the recent code. Now you will add the changes here. Now this is the next iteration. Say iteration 1. Similarly, iteration 2. Iteration 2. Now you can test your changes here itself, and then they will be now here also we are modifying the things here. So we are modifying. Now this has nothing to do with this. See here. Now at what you can do at this, rather than creating Now this has second commit. Okay, so this has some other changes which is required to the code. That is already, now this feature branch you have already some and you have already tested with some testing is done with some deployments. Testing is complete with some deployments in test environment. Right? So you have done the testing. Now what you can do, you can merge. So you can merge the changes here. So what you can do, you can merge the changes here. Merge the changes. Clear? So that is why we use branches. Now again, after merging, some issues may happen, or at the second commit some issues may happen. So to fix the issue, they will open a new branch called bug fix branch. See, these are all developers tasks. Okay, so we don't do much on branching strategies and all. It's very rare case. We only do it for deployments. We as a DevOps engineers, why we use create branches, so that we should not disturb the existing branch and we check out to a new branch, getting it, and we will test in some environment. Now this is a bug fix branch. Now we will do some coding and then fixing is done, fixing is complete, or fixing is completed. So once the fix is completed, again you can merge. So merge the changes. So you can merge. So this is called merging. Okay, so let us see this. Now enough of theory, let us see with the one example. Okay, now you have pull. So now you have git merge, right? Now if you see, there is a sum. Now you want to test something. Now what will you do? See here, there are no branch now. So git branch -v. So there is only one main branch. Clear? Now you will check out. Now git checkout -b. -b means for the new branch. Okay. Now you want to test. So test dash branch. Now if you do ls, so there is a file here. Just a minute, I'll be back. Okay. So now we are in the test branch. Now if you observe, this changes will not be reflected, because until and unless you merge, or if you pull or you push the changes, there will be only one branch here. See, there are only view all branches, there is only one. Okay, now see the thing here. Now you want to test something. Say, so you will add, so you will go to the file. So we'll add something. Say, hello, how are you? It is good for tracking files, blah blah blah, something. So I have made these changes. Okay, now if you do git status here, it says now you have modified Jenkins file. But again, if you go to the main file, now I will check out to the main branch. Okay, now git checkout main. Okay, now you see git status. Yeah, because it's saying modified the Jenkins file. So what, but it is, git is good for tracking files, right? So again you check out to the git checkout test dash branch. Okay, now git status. So git add Jenkins file. Now if you run git status, it is modified. Now you will commit git commit -m tested this feature in line 4 something, line 4 and 5, some common message. Okay, so it says you have added two things. Now you come, now git checkout main branch. Now if you do git status, it says so now get Jenkins file. See, now there is a, see, the moment you commit, that changes is only for that particular branch. See, this code is not affected. We have a code in Jenkins file here also in the main branch. So this is our main branch. The moment, now if you do git branch -v, so we have, I created one more branch, this one accidentally, so you don't worry about this. Okay, now you can remove the accidentally create branches also. How we will create? So git branch rm ranch. Okay, now if you do one second, git one second, they have one minute, second. Yeah, so git branch -d rm, so deleted branch rm and then ranch. So if you create any branches accidentally, you can delete using the switch option, that is -d for delete, -b for to create. Okay, so please remember this. Now if I do git branch -v, so there is only test branch, and there is also one more help branch is there, so I accidentally create. So git branch -d help. Now okay, now you see the, now there are two branches. Now where am I? I am in the main branch. If you see the Jenkins file, there are only 3 lines of code. But if you go git checkout to test branch, if you see here 1 2 3 4 5, so fourth I have left blank, and fifth git is good for tracking file, so this I have added. Now you will do one more testing, right? So now I will add one more, some more changes. So what I will do, I will add this empty line, and then I will, now if I run git status, again git add Jenkins file, so git commit I have to do, so git commit -m removed blank space. So that is the commit message I have given. So it says one deletion. So I have deleted one line, right? So that is the recent track it is showing. Right now, if you do git status, so you are in the branch test branch and nothing to commit. It is already totally fine. Now, if you want to push this to the central repository, so you can do that. Or else, so in real time, what we do is we will not push this kind of branches. Okay, now this is tested. This code is tested. Imagine this code is tested with, okay, now this is good to go. So what will you do? Now git merge, okay, origin main. Sorry, spelling mistake. Git merge or else what you do, git test branch git merge. Okay, now let us see. It says git checkout main. Now git status. So cat Jenkins file. No, not yet. Again, git merge test. Yeah. So what you have to do, if you have to merge to this main branch, so you have to go to the main branch first and just run this command. Now git merge test branch. So what has happened is, so it has done the one insertion. Now if you do here, git Jenkins file. So this now it is added. Git is good for tracking. Now git status. See, now it says your branch is ahead of origin main by 2 commits. So you need to push, because see here, this is whatever we have merged, it is locally. It will not display here. Now you see. If you go inside the Jenkins file, it is still only 3 lines. Now we need the 4th line, right? So how to do that? So you can git push. See, it has pushed now. Now once it is pushed, you can see the changes. If you just refresh, see. Now if you click on the history, see all the history it will show. So this is the actually commit ID. Okay. So it will show what and what changes it is done. All those things it will display here. Clear? And then the whatever you see in the red, that means it is deletion here. Okay. So now the testing is done. Now the merging is also done. So git branch -v. So you can remove this branch if you want, or else again if you want to work on the new features, so you can create a new feature branch. Oh, sorry. Say feature branch. Sorry. Git checkout. Okay. So now git branch -v. So there is a feature branch now. So you already in the feature branch. Now if you say, it will have the all the files, because the creating a new branch is nothing but a replicating whatever you have in the current working directory. Okay, so these questions will be asked. What is the difference between git fetch and git pull, and the branching strategy. So you should say you have the feature branch and the bug fix branch and the production branch and UAT, pre-UAT, other sort of branches you have in your organization, and then you can tell that whenever we are adding new features, we create a features branch and add it. Once the testing is been done, we will merge actually. So how to merge? So first add the feature. So Vim Jenkins file. So add a new feature here. Added a new feature to the code. Okay. Now I'll tell you one merging conflict now. How it will work. Okay. Now I have also added a fourth thing here. Now if I do git status. Okay. Now git add Jenkins file. Now git commit -m added feature to the code. Clear? I have done commit. Now what I will do, imagine there is some other developer also. He is also doing the same modification in the same line. Now you see the trick here. Okay. Now go to the code. Click on the file. Now edit. Now I will also add the same thing here. So added the feature. Okay. What I have added the message. Added feature to the code. No, what I added, let me just check. Added a new feature to the code. Okay. So same line is also added the feature. Sorry. Added a feature from the central GitHub account. So I have done a commit. I have already committed. Now here also some other. So this is some developer. Imagine now I am the only developer to this account, right? So I cannot show you. But I can. So imagine that some other developer I have already made it the changes in line number 5. Now I am also another developer. He is also made in the line number 5. See here. If you go to Vim, if you do set space nu, you will get the, see, this is the line number 5. Now just watch. So you save the file. You already made the commit. Now git checkout. Sorry. Git checkout main. But it is not yet there because you have not yet merged. So I will merge. Okay. Now git merge. Okay. So now before merging, now let us run git status. It says, but what we will do, you will do git fetch. Okay. And you already, now it will says, if you do run the git status now you will pull the changes, or you will do git merge. Okay, so you already merged from the main branch, but now I have also added some features in the same line. Now you just see git merge. What is that? Feature dash branch. Yes. Now it will raise a conflict. You're getting the point? Merge conflict. Automatic merging failed. Fix conflicts and then commit the file. So this is called the merge conflict. So merge conflict means it will tell okay that we cannot, because the two developers have made the changes to the same line. So how will you resolve the conflict? So you can resolve here. Now if you do git status, so both modified is saying. So you have to go inside the Jenkins file. See here, now it has, see, it is showing two modification. You are getting it. This is called merge conflict. See, this is added from the feature branch. This is added from the GitHub account head. So it is now the Git is getting confused which changes to consider, because both the changes are already committed and now both the developers are trying to merge. So this is called merge conflict, and this is a very important question asked in every interview. Can you explain merge conflict? So you should say when developers have modified the same line of code and they are trying to merge, then there will be a automatic merging will fail. So how we will solve? Very easy. So you need to solve the merge conflict manually. So you have to delete. So which changes will you consider? So you will consider that I need only from the changes from the central GitHub account, because almost both the changes are same, right? So now I will, okay, now git commit -m. So you should say solve the merge conflict. Okay, I have not added, right? Sorry, I should add first. So git add Jenkins file, solve the merge conflict. Now git status. So our branch is ahead of origin main. So git push. That's it. Now if you go to your, so we have kept the changes as it is. See, because we consider this change as final and we solve the merge conflict. Clear? So usually we do only these kind of tasks in day to day. Okay, merging and all we will do, but the branching, the creation of new branch, deletion of new branch, that we will be doing. Okay, any doubts guys? You can ask me now. So merging conflict is very, very important. You have to practice. So what you do, you create a new branch and merge, and then you create a same modification in the same line and try to merge. It will show you a merging conflict, and then you can solve it. Okay, so this completes Git and GitHub, right? So this is how only these kind of activities we will be doing in day-to-day life. Clear, Nisha and Rajshekar?